There's a descending staircase in front of us, in addition to passageways on the right and left. As I start to slowly descend the stairs in the dim light, I stretch my hands out in front of me to try and feel for something. However, all I'm greeted with is the moist feeling of these grimy stone walls. We've descended the staircase. To the left lies a huge stone archway, and to the right, we can see a narrow path twisting into the darkness. Peeping in from the arched entranceway, Kid looks astonished.
Wow, look at this! I heard about these things. They're called atriums.
A large fountain sits in the center of this beautiful room. Looking across the way, another archway similar to the one leads off into darkness.
Whoa, cold!
Kid exclaims, taking her hand out of the water. Coming to her side, I kneel down and peer into the pond. Leaning over the beautiful marble edge, I too feel the chilly water. From deep beneath the surface, a number of fish start to swim towards us.
These buggers look expensive.
I can't seem to see the bottom of the pond. I wonder how deep it is. The fish are a little restless, splashing here and there. Suddenly, Kid tugs at my arm, jerking my hand out of the water.
Hey, yoink!
Before I can ask why, one of the fish leaps out, snapping at me. We scramble to our feet and take a few steps back from the fountain.
Holy shit!
Many other fish soon follow, jumping out of the water, snapping at us. A few land outside of the pond. I kick one of them into a corner. Watching it violently squirm around, it appears to be a piranha.
Piranhas?
More and more of them emerge from the apparently bottomless depth. Having gotten a fresh scent of game, the piranhas start to splash around more viciously now, getting water everywhere. I wonder how many of these things could be in there. It looks like there are more and more of them emerging every second. Suddenly, a dark red liquid starts to erupt from the fountain. Kid leaps back at once. I'm shocked as well, staring dumbfoundedly at the erupting fountain. The gushing red liquid shoots higher and higher. The water level in the pond rapidly rises, taking on a disgusting red hue. Before long, the water level has started to overflow onto the floor. A bead of sweat rolls down my brow as I realize that the room is about to fill with water. We might be able to make it to a safe distance before the piranhas reach us.
Magil, carry me.
Quick! What do we do? Quick! The exit over there!
Serge, the far exit does not seem like a
With
good
the water now up to my calves,
okay?
I find I can't move very fast at all. The dyed water, now sticky like blood, splashes violently as I make for the opposite end of the room. Below me, I can feel the sharp stab of those tiny razor-sharp teeth digging into my legs. Wincing in pain, I turn around. Quick! What do I do? Let's get these things! I shout. Kid looks at me like I'm crazy.
This ain't no joke, Serge! We're gonna get eaten alive here unless you do something quick!
She's right. Attacking these things head-on is too difficult. They're far too fast to catch. Damn it! They're biting me! Help! These things are fast! Come on! We're outnumbered! Splashing through the water, we turn back, heading for the passageway from where we came. However, a few of them manage to sink their teeth into me before I can get away. I kick off the last remaining few as I bolt out of this vile room. Whew! What a close call.
That rot bastard! Whatever trick he's got up his sleeve, it won't stop us for long. We're coming for you, Lynx.
While resting on a wall to tend my wounds, I look up and notice something out of the ordinary. Hey, was this here before? Carved into the wall, a large marble sculpture of an intimidating face stares down at us coldly. It looks as though it's been sculpted by a fine artisan. It's very detailed. Its features are beautifully etched and barely eroded.
It's a mouth of truth,
Magil says. A what?
A mouth of truth. The legend is that if you are given to lying, a mouth of truth will know it if you put your hands into its mouth.
Oh, what a hard idea.
Kid says, rolling her eyes. Let's see you do it, I say.
Me?
Kid looks up worried, but seeing Magil looking at her, feels a resolve and tentatively puts her hands in the mouth. However, after a few seconds, nothing seems to be happening.
Hey! What do you know? I guess I passed the test.
That can't be all there is to it. Ah! I know. Kid, how many pounds do you weigh?
104.
Kid suddenly takes on a worried look, but before she can remove her hands, the marble set of teeth clamps down onto her wrists.
Hey, you stupid face! What's going on?
The white marble teeth gnaw from side to side, becoming stained with red.
Damn it! Let me go!
Magil calmly offers an explanation from behind us.
Without saying something truthful to the best of one's ability, a mouth of truth will never let go.
Not hearing him at all, Kid kicks the stone face in a fit of anger.
Let me go, you stupid face! I swear I'm gonna kick your teeth in!
Then, as swiftly as it closed, the mouth opens. I crouch down to Kid, who's kneeling on the floor, rubbing her wrists. Wow, I guess you weren't lying about knocking its teeth in.
Course not, mate. I showed him good. Bloody stone face.
You didn't put anything inside the mouth, did you, kid?
Magil asks.
What are you talking about? No?
I walk over beside Magil and peer into the mouth. There, behind its teeth, is a large pink tongue. I think there's some sort of indentation in it, but I can't be sure. It's really far back in there. Maybe it wants us to put something on its tongue. Maybe that's the real test. Kid begins taking out her things. From in her pockets, under her shoes, and out of her hair, she gathers all sorts of personal effects.
Right,
She
here's
stretches the
one,
pile of trinkets
and
held in her
here's
hand out to
another,
me,
and
smiling
here's
innocently.
another.
Guess it's my turn to face the test. As long as Kid's safe, I'm happy, I suppose. Wondering what the mouth of truth could possibly want, I reach for one of her accessories. I take the thin silk thread into my hand and hang it down into the huge marble mouth.
That's a silk fishing line, taken from a royal silkworm. Be careful with it.
I can feel it hook onto something as the thread gives a bit of a tug. Looking in, it appears to be some sort of paper.
All right! We're onto something for sure!
Kid says, trying to look inside. Oh no! I lost the thread down its throat.
Are you joking?
I silently turn towards Kid, shrugging my shoulders with a red face.
You idiot!
Like an electric shock, she slaps me across the face. Terrified, I lunge back into the mouth. Reaching in as far as I can, I feel the thread after a moment or two. I carefully pull it back out, relieved. The object it is latched onto is nowhere in sight, however. Leaning against the wall, Magil somberly asks us,
What now?
I take a ball of gunpowder out of Kid's hand and place it within the huge stone mouth. However, nothing happens.
Do it, Serge!
Kid says, putting some matches in my hand. I don't know about this.
Do it.
Do it.
I don't know, really.
I ain't waiting for you.
Suddenly, I hear the sound of a fuse burning. Kid's already lit the bomb. I quickly run for cover in a far corner. Whoa, Kid, whoa! Ah! As the smoke clears, I start to see the hideous remains of the cracked mouth of truth. From beside me, I watch Kid dust herself off and walk over to the mutilated stone face with yet another bomb. Come on, Kid. We don't need to completely demolish it.
Aw, it ain't dangerous, mate. It's just a little fire.
Kid glances over at my face. I'm practically begging her to stop.
All right already. You never want to have any fun.
Kid says, kicking some dirt around. Bewildered, I tell Kid to put her stuff away. Something gives me the feeling that none of these things are what it wants. There has to be something in the mansion that fits. We probably just haven't found it yet. We've got to keep our eyes peeled. The passageway makes a sharp turn to the right before stretching on through this subterranean maze. Before long, we're greeted with a beautifully ornate set of doors on the right.
These
Strange.
doors!
There's a distinct smell of flowers coming from here.
Flowers?
We come to a comfortably decorated room. Small trinkets have been placed on the desk and shelves, adding some charm. The owner of this room has obviously gone to great lengths to try and bring a somewhat graceful lifestyle into this otherwise dark mansion. Still, the room seems to carry an unsettling stillness with it.
Bet it's Lynx's daughter's room.
Kid says, surveying some of the items. The letter on the desk and the warm teacup hint of a woman living here. However, after searching the room, no one is found. All we find are various odds and ends, a beautifully arranged set of flowers, a white handkerchief carelessly tossed aside, a small bottle of perfume, and so on. Although this stuff adds atmosphere to the room, none of it is really worth anything to us.
No, I am not singing.
Kid
Stop
also
following
seems
me,
to feel
Serge.
this way, disregarding most of the stuff in here. She picks up a small box, decorated with the serpentine coat of arms. However, like the rest of the items in here, it looks like it's of little worth to us. What should I do now? I open up the dresser. All sorts of differently colored garments have been placed in the drawer. Frills, lace, and just about every color of lingerie.
Hey, Serge, you wanna come see what's in this box? What are you doing? You are a sick pervert, you know that? Alright, now what's in the box?
As Kid slowly opens the box, a comforting melody fills the air.
That song.
Kid suddenly says, standing up beside me. I look over to her, seeing her expression has changed to vulnerable curiosity, chasing a long-lost memory. You know this song, Kid?
Yeah. A long time ago, someone I knew used to sing it to me.
She turns away from me, rubbing her eyes. Kid? I say softly, putting my hand on her shoulder. After a moment or two, she looks back at me. Tears are running down her cheeks. Without saying a word, Kid walks quickly to the door. Hey, wait up, Kid! I say, chasing after her. After a little while, the dark passageway ends at a polished, robust set of doors. Kid crinkles her nose in disgust.
Something's strange about this place. It don't feel right, mate.
Probably just my imagination, though.
Standing here in the cold darkness, Kid's hollow laugh does nothing but add to my fear. These are apparently Lynx's quarters. No one seems to be here, however.
We're right on top of you now, Lynx. Say your prayers, you bastard.
Looking around, it's a very dilapidated room. Furniture is thrown about in all directions, and almost nothing matches. Taking a look at the room as a whole, there's no sense of harmony whatsoever. It's very suggestive of a chaotic mind.
Alright, the key to that vault's gotta be in here somewhere.
Kid says as she starts to search.
Frozen flame, here we come!
I sift through a number of odd items adorning the room. There's a cluttered desk, a painting that's hanging unevenly on the far wall, and a picture on a side table, among other things. In one corner of the room stands a tall, curious object of some sort. A scarlet cloth has been placed over it, covering it up. As I slowly reach my hand out to uncover it, Magil suddenly says,
Please avoid reckless interference.
Taking his advice, I return my hand to my side. However, the cloth suddenly starts to fall off on its own. I didn't touch it, I swear!
What? Did it just leap off all by itself?
Kid asks, rolling her eyes. A large mirror has been uncovered. Fancifully decorated, it looks to be a high-priced arabesque antique.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Then, all of a sudden, the reflection of the Venus statue opens its eyes, staring at us through the mirror.
Is there something you seek?
The statue's reflection asks in a soft, womanly voice. The voice seems to be coming from the statue in front of me, but only the mirror's reflection seems to be moving. It can talk,
It is a mirror of whispers.
Magil says, examining it closely. But what is it?
It is a looking glass that harbors a living spirit. The spirit is free to roam throughout nearby mirrors, able to see into our everyday lives. They are known to be quite wise. Is there anything you wish to ask?
Wow, a
I
million
swear to God,
questions
Serge,
come
if
to
you
mind.
ask about my measurements,
If you know where the key to the treasure vault is, could you please tell us? The mirror's surface begins to ripple. The whirling smoke soon takes shape into a picture of a large room, decorated with rows and rows of books. In a beautiful womanly voice, the mirror responds.
The key you seek, as you see before you, rests within this room. Towards the rear of this great sanctuary of knowledge, within a large purple book, you will find the item you so desire.
The image slowly fades and returns to a normal reflection.
The spirit has apparently moved to another mirror.
Magil says.
Okay, let's head for the study.
As I head for the door, I suddenly get the feeling I'm being watched. I come to a stop and look around. Then, suddenly, a faint whisper reaches my ears.
Be careful. They know.
Whose voice was that? It wasn't any of ours. The mirror. It wouldn't double-cross us, would it? Kid heads out the door, bolting down the corridor. I frantically chase after her, easily as eager as she is.
Smaller than I thought.
What? Hey!
Let's start project.